The DDJ-REV7 DJ controller has a feature you might not know about. It's unique to the REV7, but even after I tell you what it is, the implications won't make sense until I tell you what you can use it for. So let's tell you what it is. The REV7 has a lot of gain in the microphone preamps.
So what does this mean? I can go louder with my microphone. What's the big deal?
Louder? Yes, you can. But what it really means is if you have a gain-hungry dynamic microphone, you can use it with your DDJ-REV7. A gain-hungry microphone like the highly sought-after Shure SM7B.
This video is brought to you by Direct Music Service. Check out the description or the pinned comment below for discount codes.
Play on Johnny. May the force be with you.
By the way, the SM7B is on a special holiday sale where it's $40 off its regular price. It's normally $400, but it's going for $359 right now. I'll leave you an affiliate link in the description below.
And for the duration of this video, I'll be speaking through the SM7B. Now, this video isn't a review of the SM7B. There are plenty of great videos on YouTube covering that. My favorite ones being from Tom Buck and Podcastage. They have really good videos covering this microphone. But to summarize, the SM7B is one of the most popular dynamic microphones in the world, originally intended for broadcast use. The original SM7 was what Quincy Jones had Michael Jackson record Thriller on. Even pop artists like The Weeknd have been seen using the SM7B in the studio in recent years. In broadcasts, it's a popular microphone used by podcasters and live streamers for its warm, milky smooth tone and low noise. However, despite being a dynamic microphone, it needs a good amount of gain to use it. In fact, some PA mixers and mixing consoles have mic preamps that are not strong enough to support direct connectivity with the SM7B. And if you try to force the volume up, you raise the noise produced from those preamps, which create an undesirable hiss. That totally negates one of the advantages of using the SM7B, which is the dynamic range when run through a proper mic preamp. In fact, in a proper setup, when you apply strong signal compression to it, which will make the quiet parts of your dialogue sound louder, you can achieve that radio announcer sound without picking up too much noise. To achieve more gain, you'll need an additional device to boost the signal, like a Cloudlifter, which is a type of inline preamp, and these require either phantom power or a dedicated power supply. This one that I have here is phantom power only. DJ controllers, DJ mixers, and standalone DJ units have historically only featured microphone preamps that only provide enough gain for handheld dynamic microphones, which makes sense because it's not exactly a device that a user is expected to broadcast or record with. And by record, I mean more than just recording your mix inside Serato. That's also a reason why you wouldn't expect to see phantom power to run a condenser microphone or an inline preamp on a DJ controller. So the only way to use an SM7B on most DJ gear with it is by adding an additional device to the signal chain, or simply just using an external mixer altogether. So if you want to use microphone features built into the DJ gear like talk over, which lowers the music volume as you talk, or mic echo that is synced to the music, you will need to get additional gear or give up all those features altogether. Now, the whole idea of using a DJ controller is to keep things simple and condensed, and adding 2 XLR cables and an additional device to plug power into or find phantom power for isn't exactly a simple solution. Well, with the DDJ-REV7, you don't need all that. Just plug your SM7B directly to your DDJ-REV7's microphone input. As you probably figured out by now, I've been using the SM7B running through the DDJ-REV7 this whole time. The microphone preamps on this controller provide a really good amount of gain that typically you have to back off on the attenuation knob to keep that mic volume from getting too loud on low volume settings. However, at maximum settings, the REV7's microphone preamp provides sufficient clean gain for the SM7B. This is the beat sync mic echo effect of the DDJ-REV7 with the SM7B. And this is how it sounds like without any music. Now your attenuation knob is going to be at max and your volume will be closer to fully cranked in order to get an effective signal that can be used over the music. If you're the type of headliner that's a redliner, you might want to back off on the gain with your music using the trim knob, because when you're using this mic, you'll need to leave some room for your mic signal to shine. But despite all that, the SM7B can still hit the red if you crank it all the way up. Check testing 1, 2. Keep in mind, this isn't an independent microphone channel meter. It's the master volume meter when I have it set to 0 dB. And if you listen closely, there is no hissing at these volume settings. In fact, let me turn it up so you can hear it. Now, if you want that radio broadcast effect of the music automatically lowering its volume when you talk, pop on the talk over feature and the music will automatically lower itself while you're speaking. This is 93.1 WDRQ, Detroit's dance music station. You're listening to the Motor City Megamix live with DJ Marquis. In fact, in the REV7's utility, hold back, you can set the talk over mild or strong. I had it set it to a strong minus 24 dB, but if you need it to be lighter, you could go from minus 6 or minus 12, minus 18. I like minus 24 because I really want it to lower. So just to show you the gain difference you need with a handheld microphone, I'm going to switch to my best handheld microphone, which is the Mackie EM-89D. So this is what I sound like with the SM7B, with the attenuation knob to max and the volume level to 3 o'clock. And this is what I sound like with the EM-89D, and I have to be just backed off just below 12 o'clock to get to a similar volume level. So basically, in order to use the EM-89D, I have to be at 12, and the SM7B, I have to be at 3 o'clock or maybe a little bit more. If I try to take the EM-89D all the way up, if you can tell, I have to lower my voice because I'm going to start clipping, it gets a lot louder. This is about where the SM7B would be. Dubstep bassline. So I showed you that so that I can illustrate how much more headroom you have in order to compensate for what you need to power the SM7B. So why would you want the SM7B to use with your DDJ-REV7? Well, if you want that plosive-free, warm, broadcast sound for your DJ live stream, you don't need additional gear to do it. You just simply plug the SM7B directly to your DDJ-REV7. Even if you don't plan to use the SM7B or any similar microphone, this just shows you the power of the microphone preamps on the DDJ-REV7. Also, if you're a DJ that's planning to getting into recording and music production, and you don't have a proper audio interface yet, you can use the DDJ-REV7 as your recording interface solution with whatever digital audio workstation of your choice, like Ableton. Simply plug the SM7B to the REV7, and you can use it in your DAW. If you want to see a video on how you can use your DJ gear as a temporary recording solution, shoot me a comment down below. In fact, if it's your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that little bell icon, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Don't forget, the force is with you, always.